So our previous lesson had you reach out to people that you know on LinkedIn, on Facebook, people that you might work with to get feedback about your strengths. And today I'd like you to start by taking a look at what you've compiled, what they've offered, and to try and narrow it down to a couple of different phrases, what I'll call power patterns, that when you're operating at your optimal condition, when you're really at your best, you're able to really step into those energies. So for example, in work that I've done, I look at bold and spirited leadership. That's my power pattern. That's what I attempt to aspire to. That's what I'm working toward. And when I'm at my best, that's what I'm expressing to others. Bold and spirited leadership. Now, today we're going to start look, and I want you to take time with this. Don't just simply go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. For branding exercises to really work, you have to take some time with them. So between what your friends have shared and what you've jotted down, I want you to take some time to really reflect on 3 or 4 words that when combined really express what it is that you're working toward and who you are today. And with that, it can't just simply be hardworking, caring, and likable. Okay, all great qualities to have, but are those really you at your optimum performance? Are those really you at your best? Now, hardworking. What does that really mean? You may want to take that a layer down and define it a little bit more. Each of those words, caring. What are you at your best when you're caring? Define that for yourself. Maybe what you do is you take each of those definitions and kind of link them together into a different power pattern. No matter, the idea is come up with a couple of simple words that you can connect with that really speak to who you are at your best. Now, next we're going to start looking at our weaknesses and start examining those. So let's start off with the most obvious questions. Which ones do you know about? What are you aware of that's currently a weakness for you? And start writing it down. When working in different groups, what role do I avoid? What is it that I just am afraid to step up to, or I'm ambivalent about stepping up to, that you're trying to avoid? So when you have an obstacle, what excuses do you use to avoid addressing that obstacle? On your least successful project, what tripped you up? And then again, I want you to go deeper and identify 3 weaknesses you want to overcome. Now, I want to be clear that if you're a more experienced worker, it's going to be less about making change and more about playing into your strengths. For you who are early career, there's time for you to adapt and time for you to get stronger, because not everything is completely inculcated in you yet. You can still grow. So again, if you're 50, I'm not going to be looking to encourage you to fix your weaknesses aggressively. I want you to improve upon them. You may be able to take courses to get better at them, but early career, I want you to definitely work on these things. So once you've identified a weakness, I want you to reach out to your friends again and ask them, to share any other weaknesses they see you have. And thus, did anyone point to something that you weren't aware of? Did you discover that your weakness was a shadow or a dark side of one of your strengths, so that they're somewhat related to one another? And then let's look at which ones are going to get in the way of your career goals. So for example, if you want to make the C-suite and you don't want to take control over projects, how are you ever going to lead an organization? There's an incongruence there. So the goal is to identify manage, and master your weaknesses. Define those areas in your background that you can improve upon. Start to manage them so that you become conscious of them and start taking action to master those deficiencies so that you can grow and get better professionally. And I must also say personally, because the same applies in your personal life as well. So again, let's look at these. Let's see what we can work on, and we'll be back with more.